divide. Never been on this trail before, so we'll see. And as you can hear, I have Caspian. And I also have Charcoal, my mother's dog, because they are in Germany. And then over there, I have Sam. And I really needed this time out in the woods. It's been a good day, but I had to fight my way through it. So anyway, we will see what happens. Okay, so we're going down this trail. It's pretty well maintained. You want to go down that? It looks like more foresty. I don't know. Sam has spoiled me forever. I'd rather go down into something that looks like sheer woods, although I saw a sign that said, look out for mountain lions. But I really needed these woods today, that's for sure. Now we're going in a meadow. I'm sure there's a creek over there. Bet you Caspian would love to go in it. So anyway, this is a nice evening to get away. Sam said that of any place to have a sighting, this would be it because it's used a lot. I don't know about that, but I guess we will see. This is a cool little grove there we're going into. I'm gonna have to rest soon. But while I'm thinking about it, I just want to thank everyone who supported us on Patreon. Hopefully I'm gonna get some new artwork up soon, but we really appreciate your support. So if you like this channel, if you'd consider dropping a few coins into the Patreon, we would much appreciate it. And I guess this is the place Sam has selected to sit down. Looks interesting. All right, well, I guess we're gonna rest and go on this cool grove. We're hearing something very interesting over there. We've heard it twice. It's kind of like when Sam and I were in Netherlands and we heard this howl that we couldn't figure out was a truck or an actual creature. It was like a screech. And of course Caspian wants to go on, but maybe we'll hear it a third time. I'm just gonna wait and see. What was that? Was that a cow? I know we've heard cattle. Shh. Shh. Coyotes?
A dog.
Something is in these woods. that's dogs. What? What did you think you heard?
Like chatter.
Chatter?
You are recording,
Like,
right?
yes, like samurai talk? You were right.
The direction we came from.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe the other side of the road.
That's true.
I thought I heard like.
That's
Elk?
not a truck. An elk? That's interesting. Yeah, but it could be elk.
What an elk sounds like.
Well, we'll have to look it up.
Bugle.
Remember when we were at
I know, that was
Wellington and we heard this chimey bell sound? Shh. All right, we are going on. I guess Sam says this is going to loop around, but that was extremely interesting. When we get back, we'll look up some elk sounds and see what that sounds like. So we'll just go on down. Never really expected to hear vocalizations, but people come out in the forest and a lot of them don't listen, they don't observe, they're noisy. So speaking of that, I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to observe and I'm going to also watch my step. Because if you know me, you know it's easy for me to fall. All right, so we'll see what happens next. So we definitely heard some very loud vocalizations over that way. Whether it was an elk or not, we don't know, but we'll have to check when we get home. Okay, we came from there, and now we have a choice to make. Do we go back up there and back to the path and back to the road? Wow, this place echoes. Or do we go here, which is a loop, and I'm guessing will get us back to the car. Is that right? Eventually. But I don't know which is shorter. I'm torn because that looks more squatchy that way. That's more popular. In my mind, less squatchy, but I don't know. So we'll just have to decide, but we better decide quickly because that dog wants to go. So we decided to go the long way. So we'll see what happens. It's a very interesting vocalizations we heard. So, as I always say, we'll hear what we hear. So I believe that I see some moo-moos in the background, cattle, but we are going to go that way. I see the trail that's going that way. So, and this is going up and down, but yeah, we are going that way. So we have a little ways to go before we turn. And I need to make sure Caspian doesn't get too far ahead. So now we're going up, and up. There's always the story of my life. Uphill, uphill, uphill. And poor Sam, he's exhausted. We gotta find a place to rest and regroup. We had to take a rest, give the dog some water. We have to go that way, and of course it's getting dark, but hey, we're no strangers to hiking in the dark. In fact, this trail, it's pretty easy compared to the one where we saw eye shine. All right, so Sam's eating a protein bar, and then we're gonna head that way. So we're hearing things, and Caspian obviously hears something.
There's a deer.
Oh, it's a doe. Aw.
No. But there's something screaming over that way.
Oh, really? There it goes. No, of course he would bark. No, Caspian. You're only barking because charcoal is.
It's a deer, you dummy.
No, Caspian. He wouldn't do that.
Hush.
Silly dogs.
It's a deer.
This is funny. The deer is coming back. And there it is. And charcoal is having a meltdown. It's like he's never seen a deer in his life. Of course, Caspian, he wants to play with it, I'm sure. But it is down that way. And interesting that it came back when you think
doofuses.
that Sam might have heard a scream that sounded like clipper mills. Some kind of Bigfoot audio.
It's just watching us.
I know.
I'm afraid Caspian would go up to it.
I'm afraid so too. Interesting that it came back. I'm assuming it's the same deer.
This sounds straight up scary.
It does.
Bad deer.
We are going into the woods, and it's a little bit spooky. I think charcoal, poor little guy, is not used to this, and he's 9 years old, so this is not something he usually does. All right, well, we will get back to the main trail eventually, and we are going up and up, and you can see the sunset behind the trees. I have a feeling this is going to be a glorious view when we get up there. We heard, I guess, a dog over there, but boy, was it freaky. And we have eye shine. Oh, for a dog. Actually, there is eye shine, and it's low to the ground. It's probably a deer. Probably one of the ones that we saw before. But still, that's nothing like the eye shine we saw in the trees. Large amber eyes.
Where did you say it was?
I don't know, but I gotta keep. Okay, there he is.
Where the deer went.
Yep, it's a deer, I'm pretty sure. Where's the dog? There he is.
Oh.
It's gotta be a deer. We just passed a camper van, and we can't figure out how they could legally be out here. But they were nice and put their dog away in their van. Two gentlemen. So I just said evening, and we walked by, but that's the kind of thing that makes me more scared than being in the woods with critters. All right, well, that was an interesting thing we came across. Okay, now we see more headlights over there, Is it the police? I don't know. But this is turning out to be an adventure. So that car went over that way, and there's a fence there. So maybe they had something to do with the ranch land. I don't know, but we're kind of getting spooked by all these cars around here. Okay, well, we'll keep on going. Apparently, this is a road for vehicles. And that vehicle we saw just went down that road. There's all sorts of things around here. There's that way, and there's that way. So I'm going to trust Sam, who has the right map, to tell us which way we need to go. So Sam said it was this way. So we are going on pretty soon. At some point, we're going to meet up at the main trail, head back that way to where our car is. So I did not anticipate such a long hike, but boy, is it gorgeous. I mean, look at the moon. Look at that. And the stars. It's just beautiful. I saw eye shine a little bit ago, and I'm pretty sure it was a deer. I was very low to the ground. But this is another spooky part of the woods, and it just seems even spookier knowing that there are people out here. We didn't know that this road had any access. Alright. Oh, I hope we can turn pretty soon. That is a sight to behold. He was wallowing in that mud puddle. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Huh? Oh boy. So Sam found this tree break. That's about the first sign, or possible sign, that we've seen. But boy, are we tired. And the car is that way. As they always say when you're a kid, when are we gonna get there? So I had to find a tree between my bladder being full and I guess eating pecans. My stomach hurts really badly. I guess I'm very sensitive to nuts. I guess I'm not nuts for nuts. What can I say? But we are less than 0.2 miles to the car. This dog, I would think, is very worn out. Come on, buddy. But, yeah, we may have, God willing, be experiencing a breakthrough. A week or so ago, I had a couple of dark nights of the soul. I just had panic attacks, and I was so scared. But I'll tell you, right after that, and I don't remember if I said this in my last video, but you guys came through, and I'm so appreciative, and some other people came through too, and then things started opening up to the point now we are having maybe 2 design jobs coming up starting next week, and we have our ongoing house job, and those people, they want that design job really fast. I made some sales in the marriage printable resources I created. So yeah, things really started loosening up this week, and on Sunday after church, I talked to the pastor's wife and my pastor, and I just had enough. I had carried so much for so long, and they were so gracious and helped us with grocery cards. So thankful for the church. Parents helped too, and so we got through this bridge, but hopefully things are going to be turning around, and we are planning a trip to Cotopaxi, where we're going to meet someone who wants to build a cabin out there. She has property, so we are probably going to combine camping at last with that, since it's west of Canyon City, and we know that Texas Creek has had a sighting. So yeah, just continue to pray that things will look up, and that we are really going to have this turnaround. I'll tell you, I've always said the monster in the woods is nothing is not as scary as a monster that's inside of us saying that we're not good enough. And what I've learned in the last 10 days is that I know what I'm doing, that I can be a marketer, and I did it because these jobs are a result of a ChatGPT search. One of them is. So that is something that I definitely did through my marketing. All right, well, we need to catch up to the lad, and poor Charcoal is a little dawdling. He's not used to such a long hike. Oh, happy dance. I see the gate. Sam, you see that light up there? That he's in front of the gate, and the car is just beyond that. So we are almost done. Come on, Charcoal, let's go. Look at that boy. You can tell how much fun he had by how dirty he is. And that little lad, he's got to be really tired. He has probably never walked this far ever. Okay, so we had a wild time. I think the most scary thing was those people. So when we get back, we're gonna have to look at those, try to listen to some elk calls, maybe the calls that Sam told me. What was the name of it? I already
Clipper Mills.
Clipper Mills. So we will see, but the puppies, well, who knows? Caspian will rebound in probably 15 minutes, but Charcoal, I'm not sure. All right, that's all. This is Sasquatch Mom. Have a squatch-tastic day.